Hello, welcome to today's Clarity Reset or Clarity by Christina, depending on which community you're watching this, or maybe you're watching it on YouTube and you don't really care what the name is. But anyway, today we're going to talk about the rewrite. So, what this is, most of us are walking around with some sort of like description or bio or something about our business that's like somewhere between like slightly off or totally out of date. And the pitch we wrote when we were just starting out, that might have made sense then. The bio we wrote might have made sense then. But as time goes on and things change, and what we're doing kind of changes and evolves and grows, some of those things just aren't accurate anymore. And it could be that somebody helped you write something and it never really settled with you all the way anyway. And so today is all about that. We're going to work on the, whatever that thing is. It, like I said, it could be your bio, um, it could be your about page if you have a community, it could be your elevator pitch, it could be any of those things. And we're going to work on that today. We're going to actually fix it right here in this session. So I hope you brought the thing. But before we get into that, we're going to start with a grounding exercise. So I invite you to get cozy in your chair and either close your eyes or soften your gaze so that you're not focusing on any one thing in particular. I want you to pay attention to your breath. Notice it as it moves in and out, and just notice how it feels. You don't have to control it. You don't have to take any deep breaths. Just let it flow naturally in and out of your body. Now we'll take a few breaths together. And so we're going to take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it, and out through your mouth. In through your nose, hold it, and out through your mouth. And one more in through your nose and out through your mouth. And now I want you to raise your shoulders all the way up to your ears, real tight, tense every muscle, and then roll them back and around. And do it really exaggerated, like really get in between your shoulder blades, stretched out. And then when they feel a little looser, just let them drop and let your arms and hands rest somewhere where they feel supported. And then move your neck around a little. So if that means full circles, do it. But just get your neck to where it's feeling loose, no tightness. You don't want to carry any tension there. And now bring your attention to the rest of your body. Maybe start at the top of your head and imagine that you're tracing a line from the tip top of your head all real slowly down your face, down your neck, down your chest and your torso, down your legs, down past your knees and to your ankles, and all the way to your tippy toes. And just be present in your body. What are you feeling? Are you feeling any tension anywhere? Are you holding any energy someplace? Just notice it. Now we'll take a few more breaths together. So a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, and out through your mouth. Now I invite you to come back to the room and open your eyes. Pull out your journal. And the first thing that I want you to do for the first couple of minutes is I want you to brain dump. And so write down whatever word is in your head and just keep writing. Just keep going. It doesn't have to make any sense. It doesn't have to be full sentences or even complete thoughts. The point of this is to just keep writing for this entire couple of minutes. We got a little more than a minute and a half left. So that any thoughts that are just kind of floating around that may or may not have anything to do with what we're going to work on, just get those out and onto paper now. Get them out of the way. And if you don't know what to write, just write word. Write any word and write that word over and over till the next one comes to mind. Just put it all on the page. No theme. Total nonsense is fine. Nobody's going to read it. We have a little less than a minute left, so keep going. Keep going. 20 seconds left. Okay. And so the first thing that I want you to do is write out exactly what you've been saying. And by that, I mean your bio, your pitch, your offer, whatever the thing is, whatever you brought today, just write it exactly as it is. Do not edit it as you write it. Just write it as it is. And I'm going to give you a few minutes to work on that so you can pull up what it is, whatever it is. Maybe it's in your head. Maybe it's already living somewhere in writing. Just get it down on paper exactly as it's been, even if it feels wrong as you write it. Keep going. Keep going. You have a couple minutes left. Again, you're writing out exactly what you've been saying. without editing anything, your current bio, your pitch, elevator pitch, even your offer description, whatever it was that you brought to rewrite today. Just get it all on the page as it exists right now. And don't edit it as you write, even if it feels wrong as you write it. Got a minute left. So start wrapping it up. Okay. Welcome, Jack.
What's up?
Yay. The family's all together again. We are right at the end of the first prompt, as you can see. So if you are rewriting a thing with us, then what you want to do is just write down whatever that thing is, or have it in front of you since you started in a little late. And now we're going to get to the next part of this, which is, what does this version get wrong, leave out, fail to capture about who you actually are and what you actually do right now? What does this version get wrong, leave out, or fail to capture about who you actually are and what you actually do right now? So identify those things and don't do it with AI. We're being humans in this exercise today. And think of all the things, when someone hears whatever this bio is, this elevator pitch, this about page, whatever it is, when someone hears it, is it speaking to the person that you want to hear it? Is it speaking to the person that you want around? Is it speaking to the person that, you know, is going to understand the message that you're giving them? And is your message clear? Is it simple, or are you using a lot of big words? Is it quick and easy to understand, or does somebody need to be like, wait a minute, what did you say? It's on the first go, as soon as it's said, as soon as it's put out there, is it understandable quickly? So those are the sort of things that I want you to look at as well. So it's not just about what did you get wrong, what's inaccurate, what did you leave out, what's true now that might not have been. Um, what's missing about who you are and why it matters. So just identify those things. Don't change it yet. Just identify what those things are. Maybe make a list. Maybe there's something that you've over explained that doesn't need to be explained anymore. That's another possibility. So again, right now you're looking at, what does it miss? What has changed since you wrote it? What does it leave out that actually matters? What does it over explain that no longer needs explaining? and be specific. Next, we're going to get into how people feel about it. So right now I just want you to focus on the guts of it, like what is right and wrong about it. Welcome, Lion. We are now in prompt 2. We are looking at the offer description or bio or whatever you showed up with to edit. We're at the point where we're looking at any gaps or what it's missing, or maybe what's changed since you wrote it, what is left out, maybe something that it over explains, it doesn't need explaining anymore.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we're going to move on to the next part of this. Before you rewrite it, what do you actually want people to feel or understand when they encounter your business for the first time? What do you, regardless of whatever this already says, just be separate from whatever this actually says right now. What do you actually want people to feel or understand when they encounter your business for the first time? This is going to be the thing that you want them to walk away knowing or feeling or believing, you know? It's the one thing that has to land for the right person to like recognize themselves in your work. What do you actually want people to feel or understand when they encounter your business for the first time? I have a few more minutes left on the timer. Okay, we got a couple minutes left. So again, what do you actually want people to feel or understand when they encounter your business for the first time? And so, again, this is what you want them to walk away knowing, feeling, or believing. And another way to look at it is, again, the one thing that has to land for the right person to recognize themselves in your work. Okay, start wrapping it up. All right. And finally, the rewrite. Now write the truer version. So use everything you just uncovered. It might even be helpful to just go back and read everything you just wrote, not the brain dump part, but the rest of it. Read all of what you just wrote and use everything you just kind of uncovered and write a truer version. It doesn't have to be the perfect final version. This could just be the truer version. I really want you to be able to write it like you actually said it to someone you care about and trust, until it sounds like that, until it sounds like the message that you're going to share with the people you care about the most and who will care about your work the most. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be final. Just write the truer version with your own brain and not AI. And I'm not hating on AI. I use AI. Got a little more than a minute left. So just keep going. Again, it doesn't have to be the perfect version or the final one. It's just a truer version than what you started with, and maybe a more humanized version. So, as you're wrapping this up, I just want to say you can't when you put your message out there, you're not going to be found by the right people if your message isn't truly you and truly what you're trying to put out there to your people. And it's totally understandable as we evolve, as we grow, as we change our businesses, as things, move around. Different things become true about us. Maybe we do more or we do less than what we were doing then. It's just important to go back and look at that messaging over and over and over again and tweak it a little bit at a time, because you don't want to get a year down the road and everything is so different that you have a whole rebrand going on. You want to tweak it as you go, a little by little, as you're learning, as you're growing. And so I hope that today this was able to give you some clarity around maybe some messaging that wasn't exactly clear anymore. And I'd love, if anybody wants to share, for you to share. Do it.
Yeah,
I
it was
just realized
absolutely.
that
Oh.
I realized you guys were okay. I'm gonna share. What am I
Do
gonna
it.
share? Oh, actually, because I haven't put much in my classrooms, it for me right now, it's a beginning. This is where I'm starting to do it, and what I realized in this session was that I have to be strong in how I get my message across, because I was thinking, why would someone listen to me when the person that I followed was free? Why would they listen to me? But I came up with this because I actually had cancer. I actually went through years of treatments. My body was racked when I got out of it, and I had to learn how to feed it again. And that meant a whole lifestyle change for me. And I have to get that across. If I want to help people, I have to get that across. And the reason they would pay me is because I did it. You know,
Mhm.
I did it. So that for me is important for me to know that today, is that's why people will pay me, because I did it. I know how to do it, and it's not all theory. That's it for
Yeah,
me.
awesome. You did the work. You
Thank you.
know what it takes, and you can help people with that. And yeah, they totally need to know that. I knew some of that, but I don't think I knew. I mean, I guess I kind of did know the depth, but not in a compact couple of sentences. And so
Mhm.
that's going to be the key, is being able to put all of that into just this short bite size snippet so that someone really truly understands that about you and what you've been through.
Yeah. Hmm.
Awesome. Awesome.
So for me, what I changed was how I tell people what I do here on school, like my family and stuff, because a lot of people ask me, and I have a really hard time actually explaining it. And I
Yeah.
noticed that the terms are the issue, like the term community, like what is community? People are not really like familiar with online communities yet. Like it really, and I also figured out that it really depends on who I actually speak to, because like the younger generation does kind of know it with Reddit, like the posts and or X and Discord and all Discord communities and all that kind of stuff. So it really depends on who I speak to. But if it is somebody who doesn't like really know what actually like, community means, like, then I first of all need to explain what that is and how like school handles that and what school actually is, and then I can tell them that I like moderate communities, and then I also need to like define the term moderating, like what is moderating, what do you actually like do. It's quite hard.
It is. It's a lot. And especially if somebody's just like, "Oh yeah, what have you been up to?" "Oh, well, what is that about?" And you just have like a minute to like say it. You're like, "It's everything. I don't know."
Yeah.
I get that.
I would always like to like pull out the whiteboard and then draw some awesome stuff
Yeah,
and tell them that way.
right? Like it's like there's that meme and I think it's Charlie, but it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and he's got that like whiteboard behind him and he's got like all this stuff written. Do you know what I'm talking about? And he's just
I
like,
guess.
"Wait, guys," and he looks totally stressed out, and it's like that's what it's like.
Yeah,
That's
I
what it's
feel
like.
that.
Mhm. How about for you, Jack or Lion?
I still was lost in the sauce, but there you go. Look
That's
at me. I'm
that's
just
the
enjoying
one.
being
He's
here.
just so stressed out. It's like, "There's been so much." That's one of my favorite memes ever. It's not a meme, it's just a scene actually, but it's
Yeah.
hilarious. And sorry, like, okay, go ahead. So,
Oh no. I said I was just enjoying it. I still didn't fully grasp what and all that we were doing, so I was just enjoying the energy. So I don't directly fully still know.
oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
I like
I'll explain it. And I know you didn't do the exercise part, but it was really just about showing up with something that needs to be rewritten. You know, like you have like a bio, you have like a your elevator pitch, whatever that just feels kind of outdated and incorrect. And so that was what this exercise was about. It was about kind of walking through what is it that feels incorrect about it? What do you want the message to actually say? And then rewriting a truer version of it by the end. So yeah.
Bingo.
Awesome.
I think I'm going to change mine a bit to be more specific because I think when I explain it to people on school, it's essentially like, well, let's build a business on school using only school. That's what I say, especially when I'm feeling lazy. And then I actually went to school.com/about, and they say that school is for creators, artists, hobbyists, and experts earn full-time incomes building communities around the thing they love on school, which I think that resonates a lot with the whole reason I love the platform. It's because you get to
Yeah.
build a community around the thing you already love and earn a full-time income from it. And then I'm just stubborn and saying, like, let's not use social media, paid ads or cold DMs. But I have to figure out, is that worth it in the language anymore? That's something I will ponder. Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Hey,
Sweaty. It's 34 degrees right now, so and we're not
Wow.
used to it. I'm Scottish. Goodness me.
Yeah, that's hot for there. That's really hot.
Yeah, well, oh, yeah. But so forgive the unglamorous, but it cropped up and I do believe in fate, so I know that I'm supposed to be here for whatever reason.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Awesome.
So this session was all about, I'll share again, this session was all about bringing whatever your messaging is, maybe your elevator pitch or your bio or whatever you're putting out there to, your potential customers or clients or whatever. And maybe it's outdated, or maybe it doesn't feel right anymore, or maybe it's just a little off, or maybe it was written by AI and it doesn't feel really human. And so that's what we did during this session, as we went through some journaling prompts to like pull out all of that and kind of rewrite them. So we're just discussing now. That's all.
Awesome.
So you're caught up. There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Do you have any of that going on? Do you have any messaging or whatever in your businesses, or maybe your school community or whatever, that you feel like might be outdated a little or off?
Well, I just kind of feel like I'm following everyone's advice rather than just doing what I should be doing. But I'm so caught up in that advice, I don't even know what's right anymore. But what I do know is when I'm in school, I struggle to earn a living. And so every time I can step outside of school, and within a few days, I have the £2,500 that I need for my monthly bills, just within a few days. Speaking to my people the way I would normally speak to them. But I think, because I didn't understand school, and I kind of got caught up in what everyone was telling me to do. And a year on, I've kind of stepped away. I have to be honest. I've kind of stepped away because I just think, oh my God, am I that stupid that I just don't get this? What's the matter with me?
Well, honestly, I mean, even recently, like I'm not stepping away. I'm clearly very immersed in, but I reframed how I'm looking at it, because what I'm finding is that school is, for me at least, and we are all different, but school is a beautiful part of my business ecosystem, and so I've changed the way that I'm looking at school, because what I thought I wanted to do was just make school where everything in basically my business hub. That's what I kept thinking, and I was pushing, I was doing it, and then it just wasn't meshing, and it wasn't working. And then I started to feel like stressful when I got on school, because I'm like, okay, all right, one of these people's going to be my client, somebody, and then you feel like you have to like make that happen. And I feel like I lost sight of what I really love about school, which is the community aspect of it. And so, so I've reframed how I'm thinking about it, how I'm thinking about my business. I launched a YouTube a couple weeks ago. I've done some totally different things that that aren't school related, and the way that my funnel is working, if you want to even call it a funnel, I feel like it's more like a hose that just moves. I don't know that it actually funnels.
It must be working. You called me here.
Yeah, here you are. So I get what you're saying. I totally do. And somehow, maybe that means that you look at your messaging as a whole again and see how it all kind of integrates. Maybe school doesn't play the role you hoped it would or thought it would, and we just have to move the pieces around a little bit.
Yeah, I totally resonate with so much of what you just said.
Aw, good. That's why you're here. I'm glad you came.
But it just kind of means that I feel a lot easier about school, because there's not so much pressure on me now to do the thing. That school is now the second and not the first. I'd made it the first because I thought it would give me more, or I thought I could make it give me more. And it didn't work.
By giving you more, you mean like more money?
By giving me more, actually, no, Jan, although that would be lovely. Giving me more people who would resonate with what I had to say. and who would trust that the things I'm telling them about their dog, that's a brilliant question, by the way. The things that I'm telling them about their dog now can prevent huge problems in the future. But people don't believe it until something bad happens. But so I sort of frame it as I don't see dead people. I see patterns, and that's what I see in dogs. I see patterns, and if we don't interrupt the pattern, there's going to be heartache, and it's unnecessary. A lot of the time, it's just unnecessary. Thanks for the question.
Can I ask a question, Angela?
Sure.
Hi, I'm Lion, and first time us meeting, and it kind of tags along with what Jan was saying, right? But I heard you say that would give you more people, right, to hear your message. Why is there a need for more people? If you could help 10 people see what you want them to see, wouldn't that be just as great as you helping 100?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not about numbers in that sense. So I need more people that I'm already talking to appreciate. I have
So
so
then,
much proof coming out of my ears, even in the time that I've been in school, but people still don't believe it because they just think their dog is fine. They look at their dog, it's fine.
here's my last thought on that then, and this is kind of how I wrap my mind with that. It sounds like, again, I don't know anything, in what you're speaking, but as I even hear you say this, it sounds like you're trying to get them to see your passion. Maybe you're talking to the wrong people.
Yeah.
Maybe you're trying to force what you believe onto those people instead of finding the people who semi believe what you believe to come into your space, right? And that's just me hearing the 30 seconds or kind of thing what you're referencing.
Yeah,
So
I
just a thought.
think you're right. Thank you for that. I do think you're right. Where the hell are they living? Because in the real world, they come to me. I'm not used to going to them, and they just appear when they need help. They find me, but obviously that's not the same in school. Yeah. But I do think you're right. Thank you.
I think geographically, California would be a great target audience for you, what you are doing, because people in California spend a lot of money on their animals, their dogs, and everything. And I think if you geared it towards California, you would find your people because they really, really care about their pets. I mean, and they spend money, good money, on their pets. So that's my 2 cents.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
actually
cool.
that's a really good idea, actually, because that totally, yeah. I mean, that's the total stereotype too. Like it fits. Yeah.
Okay. Food for
Oh, I'm
thought.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's it. That's it. I was excited.
I was in a network meeting the other day, and there was a lady kind of referencing that. She said she was on Instagram, for example, and people kept asking her tons of questions, inquiries, but not purchasing. And so I told her, I said, "You don't know me, but I'm a direct person." And I said, "It sounds like your product is of value, but it sounds like you're in the wrong place, and you're trying to sell coke in the ghetto instead of crack in the suburbs." Some people may get okay. Some people get right.
Yeah,
You're
I had to
selling
think it through. I'm like,
right.
"What?"
You're selling, and
I
that's
get
just
it.
me. I'm
I've seen the
straightforward.
videos on Facebook. I get it.
So now, and I showed them an example. There's a store, a company in the States that's called Payless Shoes. Okay. Very inexpensive shoes, like $20, made to just, be going away. They did an experiment and they took, hey, Chris, they took their same Payless shoes. They changed the name to Palasi. They put it in Beverly Hills, sold the same shoes Beverly Hills is like a rich area here in the States.
Yeah, yeah.
Sold the same
I've
shoes.
seen the Cotton movie.
Okay. That's Eddie Murphy. Same shoes sold for $3,000.
Wow.
As the people were
Ew.
leaving, they told them, they were like, hey, this is Payless shoes and stuff, right? But it showed an experiment, right? You're just in the
Yeah.
wrong place. The same bottle of water in the store costs $2. If you were to purchase it on an airplane, it costs $12. Same water, right? So maybe
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just where you're finding the people and where you're at.
Yeah.
California, here I come.
Yeah. That's it.
Although,
Californication.
how hot is it in California right now? I'm not sure I could cope.
Oh no! Right now it's in the 70s, but for us that's cool. Usually it gets in the hundreds in the
Oh
summer.
my word.
Yeah. 100 plus, depending on where you live. But it's a dry heat, I'm told, and it's different.
It
Yeah.
is. It
It's
is.
hot.
I'm in Florida, and it is moist outside. You walk outside, and it's just like you're like automatically just like glowing with
Okay.
But
Our
also, I
own-
think
it's moisture from the air. It
I
feels
think
like a
one of the
sauna.
differences is that the way our homes are built from over in the UK, if that's where you're at, our homes and everything are built, and we have AC, right? Like a lot of, from what I've heard, a lot of homes there don't equip with it. So for us, it's a comfort to have that AC and central AC, whereas in Europe, a lot of homes don't have that. And
Well,
they're-
even in New England area, because when I lived in Maine, my house in Maine, I didn't have any AC. I had to go buy window units and put those in because people just didn't have it up there. And I think it's the same in like Massachusetts. I knew some people there, and yeah, people just don't. I think people are starting to get it now because it's just hotter. I think weather in general everywhere is just hotter in the summer than it used to be. So so it's becoming a necessity. But yeah, definitely in the UK, I mean, people don't have air conditioners just automatically.
No. If my husband opens his mouth, that's quite flappy. So yeah, that helps.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, literally just like little fans and stuff, not proper aircon. So yeah. This
We don't have them in
literally
Europe
there's no
either.
glowing. It's literally I am so well, I was doing my van, so I'm converting my van. And so I was putting the fleece lining in the van. So to be fair,
Wow.
I think it was hot in there.
Yeah, I get that. Well, you know, I live in a converted bus that
awesome.
I'm still working on. So I understand very well. And I did most of this
Right?
conversion in Florida and southern Georgia. So I mean, I've done it mostly in the heat here the whole time. So I really understand you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, how exciting though. What a project.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yep.
digressing.
Yeah.
And did you know Christina even has a whole school community about that?
I do. Nobody's really in it yet though, but I did just recently open it up, so now it's free. I'm not really posting anything there yet, but I will be. But my YouTube channel is about that and my business. I'm just kind of meshing all of it into one thing instead of keeping it compartmentalized, which is what I was doing. Which is why this messaging the exercise we did today at the Clarity Reset, that's part of the inspiration for it, because my messaging is different. It's changing. And I have to really go back and relook at all of it again. So yeah. Yep. And I'm not as focused in on just school being the thing. So it's all the things. So that's why you're here today, Angela. Like, this is why you popped into this. You're like, I get you. I totally do.
Plus, I need to jump into your community. Somebody get an affiliate link in the chat so that I can jump in the community.
Yeah, drop that. But then Jack also, I posted in there recently. Jack also like redirected some people. So yeah, it's definitely in the conversation, the discussion posts.
Fab. Got it. Coming
Matter
in.
of
Coming in.
fact,
If you're looking like this.
What was that?
Matter of fact, if you
coming
go,
in.
Oh wait, I have.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
okay.
Go ahead, Angela. Go ahead.
No, sorry. No, I was just saying I'm coming in. I'm going to mute in case the button makes noises because it did something weird just then.
Get in here. All right, Evelyn. What's
What
up?
I was going to say, I noticed on the calendar that there's a referral link to join the community. So you might take a look on the school calendar and see, because I noticed on the bottom on the calendar. Is that right, Jan? Can you look?
With the Clarity by Christina
Yeah.
community, you mean?
Yeah. Isn't there a
Let
link
me
on the
check.
bottom?
But it isn't.
Hey there.
Oops.
It's. I think you've got it though now.
No,
Right? Us the Clarity
it's,
Lab.
it's not there anymore.
It's
Mhm.
over in the chat anyway. I think she's working on it. I think she's doing the
Yep.
question. Yeah, she's on it. So yay, welcome Angela.
Yay.
Whenever you get in here, I'm
Alan,
refreshing. It'll
we
tell
didn't
me.
hear from Alan.
How you doing, Alan?
I'm doing good. Working while listening. How is everybody?
Good.
Doing well.
Fine with the silence.
And here I am feeling like you guys are talking about doing other things on the other side of school, except that I got all this school merch around me and stuff. So I'm feeling like, oh, I'm bad influence on you.
Oh, we're on
No.
school. We are all schoolaholics. I'm pretty sure that everyone here has a school addiction. So there's that. If we're being real about it. And that's totally fair. Chris, how are you doing? I haven't seen you on a call in a while. It's good to see you. Maybe not. Maybe not. You're muted. Maybe
He might be working.
He might be
Oh,
working.
in the chat, he wrote in the chat, my mic not working, so just listening in.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, if anyone else has anything else to share, I would love to hear it about messaging. About if you've changed something in your message, or you need to, or whatever. I'd love to talk about that. Otherwise, we can wrap it up. All right. I'm going to take silence as we're going to wrap it up. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate everyone who came today. As you probably all know, I do one of these every single day in my community, every weekday in my community. They all have a different theme. Yesterday, we looked at all of our shiny objects, which is actually a really fun one. All the tech stack that we have and all the courses and all the communities and all the things to figure out which ones we truly need and which ones we can cut out. We have a whole, every day is something different. And there's a library of, I think, close to 70 of these Clarity resets in the classroom available as well, which is blowing my mind that there are that many. Evelyn, you've been at almost every one of them, which I think is amazing.
Almost.
Almost. So anyway, I hope you all have, it's cool. So I hope you all have the best day ever. And I look forward to seeing all of you at the next one that you decide to come to. So, bye,
Awesome.
everybody.
Thank you so much. Take care, everyone.